parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god.
The Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live. It threatens the gods.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, friends, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Ouais, c'est ce que je me disais, devant les serviteurs et tout ça, là on passerait pour les connards si on l'attaque. Là on est juste des mecs qui viennent de débarquer et on bute le dirigeant. Donc il faut faire le truc intelligemment, il faut qu'on attende la conseillère là, et on va buter tout ce beau monde avec. Oh putain, 18. Karlach, je t'en supplie, calme ta joie. Ah non, Karlach. Je relance. Karlach, calme-toi. Merci.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
Promis, il est à toi.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay their respects.
Tu peux libérer son père. Sinon, je commence à péter des gus.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
My favorite assassin. I'm so glad you've returned to my side.
Hang on, what?
À quoi, c'est moi?
You know each other.
C'est moi son assassin préféré?
We have important matters to address. My reunion with Karlach can wait.
Attendez, non mais parlez pas de moi, parlez-lui à elle. Parlez-lui à elle.
No offense to my old friend, but it's you I have been dying to see. After all, you abandoned us some time ago, leaving a rather uncomfortable hole in our plans. Oh, I'd forgotten. Your memories are quite lost, aren't they? Orin told me she'd made a fool of you. To think you and Karlach traveled together all this time and she hadn't the faintest you were one of my nearest and dearest. Let me clear up some mysteries then. It's about time, I think.
Levez le voile, très bien. On va avoir donc toutes les explications sur qui je suis réellement. Même si je pense avoir deviné, on a un truc de balle. Une partie d'Ori, je sais pas.
We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated.
Demandez à l'empereur, dit-il vraiment la vérité?
It seems so.
In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal.
Putain, c'était nous le représentant de base.
But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself.
Putain,
Hang on.
Merde.
What the fuck is going on here?
On est le putain de connard qui a manigancé toute cette histoire d'absolu avec lui et l'autre nouille qu'on a buté. Putain. Si pour mettre internet, c'est ignoble comme possible. Vous voyez que je suis capable de me contrôler, vous tromper, je suis de retour, l'heure du jugement a sonné. Comment Orin a usurpé ma place, elle va me le payer. Je me souviens de rien, mais ce plan a l'air génial. Putain. Bon, là, je suis de retour, l'heure du jugement a sonné.
Indeed you are. Look at you. Cold-blooded as ever. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Non, on a contrôle ça. Quel genre d'alliance avez-vous en tête? Je m'avengeant, je vais éliminer Orin. Alors, j'ai une question. Pourquoi la couronne ne fait-elle plus effet? C'est peut-être une bonne question, ça.
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command.
Ouais.
When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
Quel genre d'alliance avez-vous en tête?
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proves treacherous. She wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
Où voulez-vous en venir?
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood.
Mais j'ai pensé, il dit ça devant tout le monde.
I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Il dit ça devant tous les
So I
conseillers et
turn
tout.
to you, the former ruler of the cult of Baal.
Que suggérez-vous?
Let's make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here. So the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Bah, j'aime pas l'idée de faire un pacte en fait.
Let's be allies, said the viper to
Karnak
the frog.
Karnak ne va pas du tout aimer. Examiner le langage corporel de Gortash, c'est vraiment impossible de lui faire confiance. Vas-y. Est-ce qu'on peut voir qu'il y a une couille derrière tout ça?
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Non mais d'accord, mais ça je m'en branle. Bon d'accord. Vous savez, vous pouvez mettre votre pacte, paladin très bien, je jure solennellement que je vais vaincre. Voilà, ça par exemple, je veux pas le faire. Je veux pas faire un pacte. Pour m'aider, qu'est-ce qui... Orin m'a trahi et vous n'avez pas levé le petit doigt pour m'aider. Qu'est-ce qui a changé depuis?
We would not meddle in each other's affairs. This was our agreement. She came to us as Baal's chosen. We are but servants to our lords. Your presence here means your lord sees a purpose for you yet. I tolerated Orin, but I liked you.
Ouais. Non, mais c'est logique ce qu'il dit. Je vais y réfléchir, mais je ne vous promets rien.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp? A little redundant of me to say, but that could be anyone.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Mais ça peut être que soit Alcine, soit Jaira. Ça peut être que un des deux. Parce que les autres, ils ont une larve. Je me suis connecté à leur esprit. Je l'aurais su si c'était des doppelgangers. Oh, c'est horrible. Comment suis-je censé trouver Orin si elle peut si facilement changer d'apparence?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt, now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it?
Oh, tu peux me le dire, ce serait plus rapide. Non.
A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Ce regard d'acier doit bien pouvoir vous débarrasser d'Orin, non? Comment se fait-il que vous ayez besoin de moi?
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked.
Je dois partir.
Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduc of Baldur's Gate.
Et merde. Ah. Non, je veux rester jusqu'à où pour le père de... Pour le garde de corbeau, là. Le père de Will. Très bien, finissons-en.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gather guests. Grant ye consent?
Ça se voit sur sa gueule qu'il est mauvais, putain. Ne rien dire.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduc of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Ne revenez pas les mains vides. Donc il faudra que je revienne le voir avec... Après avoir buté Orin.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
C'est un ignoble trou du cul. Il a tout d'un imposteur trop bien apprêté. Je suis impatient de l'écraser. Franchement, j'ai impressionné. Il a réussi à se hisser au sommet du pouvoir de la... Je suis impatient de l'écraser.
Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chancer he is?
Ah.
I guess I didn't notice till it was too late either. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Archiduc, go.
On peut discuter avec le duc Hubert Garde-Corbeau là.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn.
Nouvel homme, c'est ainsi que vous nommez la tyrannie de l'absolu un peu. Hein, je suis là pour vous aider. C'est Floric qui m'envoie.
Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of a furnace. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her.
C'est parfait. Ouais, on va jouer le jeu. L'heure du héros de l'absolu est arrivée. Grâce à elle, la cité va enfin connaître la gloire.
Not just glory. Paradise. Faerun suffers in darkness. And it will...
No.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind. Then disappears.
No.
The prism quivers once more.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend.
Merde.
To Rill's first and only grand city.
Je rappelle pour tenter de découvrir d'où provient. Ouais, ça peut être intéressant. Désolé, je pensais passer parce que je pensais qu'il n'y avait plus rien d'intéressant à dire, mais.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Illithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming raven guard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people.
Ah, il y a une partie de lui qui
A
combat.
people at peace. The true raven guard lurks somewhere in this infected mind, seeking freedom, seeking victory.
Have we finished then?
Alors, on peut rien faire. Donc oui, voilà, il y a bien une partie de lui qui n'est pas une saloperie.
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Avant de chez Stillman a été assassiné. Stillman vous l'a assassiné, vous la connaissez?
I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
J'ai la sensation que quelque chose nous échappe dans cette histoire. Comment vous le savez? J'ai réussi mon jet. Ça m'énerve de pas avoir un mec là pour nous aider un peu. Ah, le putain de jet! Allez! Oh, allez, je relance. Oh putain, pile ce qu'il faut.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say.
Vous avez une idée quant au responsable de ce meurtre?
I couldn't say.
On le sait maintenant,
But
c'est...
think about this. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated.
Déjà, je pensais qu'il voudrait le garder déménager. À quoi est-ce que vous jouez, diablesse?
Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Saloperie.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
Isora ne mijote rien de bon, ça c'est sûr.
Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Mazora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Et nous y voici. Pourquoi qu'il y ait des poules enfermées? Toutes les têtes de bétail entrant en ville doivent nous être livrées. Pauvre poule.
Move along. I've got my hands full enough. You must agree.
Ah, ça commence, il réquisitionne les poules. Ah, bravo, hein. Bravo le gouvernement. Hein.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me.
Aurine.
Why are you here?
Aurine, c'est Aurine.
Sick joke. Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days?
Et Aurine. Aimez-vous laisser donc respirer cette pauvre commandant du point. Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici?
My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing.
Bah, c'est pas la gamine qu'on a recueillie.
Stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking dream mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Putain, ça se trouve c'est la gamine, le taré. On a une enfant dans une taverne, voilà, qui a examiné la commandante. Ah, Alcine, peux pas m'aider? Il est où le bonus de plus 4 là? Putain, en plus là, ça aurait pas été du luxe. Sans déconner, quoi.
You sense nothing amiss.
What were we discussing?
Donc c'est pas Aurine, c'est juste une saloperie.
I feel like I'm going mad.
J'en fais le serment, et vous. Alors, allez, le point fermé n'est qu'un massif incapable. Je retrouverai votre fille, j'en fais le serment.
You will? Thank you. I haven't haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks.
Vous étiez seules toutes les deux?
No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one.
Je vais me rendre à la sirène rougissante de ce pas.
Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
T'es où, Alcine? Eh bé, pourquoi tu m'as pas donné ton assistance, toi là? J'aurais bien voulu savoir. Il y a un problème avec la commandante. Attends, mais Vanra, qu'elle s'appelle? C'est pas Yena?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients.
Ouais. On cherche des aventuriers. Chante nuit, méfiez-vous des étrangers. Infestation de rats. Et affiche de groupe de soutien contre les guenaudes. Aider les survivants traumatisés par la guenaude. Ça doit être un piège de Poufias avec ses sœurs là, j'en suis sûr.
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person.
Je me connais.
Though you're shorter than I expected.
Je vous demande pardon. Et comment se fait-il que vous me connaissiez?
How is such an overrated question. It's the who and the why that matter, darling. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to.
C'est pas également les habitants. C'est un plaisir de faire votre moyen, on va devoir un appel. Comment se fait-il que vous me connaissiez?
I work for the greatest broadsheet in this storied city. It's my job to know who is who. I imagine you'll be becoming quite familiar with it soon. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
Bon. Est-ce qu'on parle de moi? Attendez, c'est bien la première fois qu'on parle de moi dans le journal. Puis-je vous procurer un exemplaire?
Oh, it's not out yet. But any of the gazetteers can sell you a copy when it's printed.
It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you.
Je n'ai pas mon mot à dire.
Darling, we can't let the readers decide what the content is. We've editors for that. Now, if you'll excuse me,
I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
D'accord. Empêcher l'impression. Nous avons rencontré une journaliste qui nous dit la prochaine édition de La Voix de Baldur parlait de Renault. Il faudrait bien essayer de savoir pourquoi. D'accord.
Isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame.
Pensez à balle, pensez au sang, lire ce qui est inscrit sur l'autel.
It reads, show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow.
Honorez les dieux, la lumière et la justice. Pensez à mal, pensez au sang. Appelez à la sagesse, au jugement divinité, l'équilibre dans l'ambiguïté. L'utilisation de l'avarice et les ténèbres. Honorez les dieux de la lumière et de la justice.
The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation.
Prenez tout. Et offrez... Fais une offrande à Bahamut, dragon divin de la justice. Oh ouais. Corellade, créateur des elfes. Hélice des déesses, dansante de la beauté et de la liberté. Garle Bridor, brillant et ingénieux père de tous les gnomes. Ilmater, le dieu qui pleure, protecteur des opprimés. Latendre, seigneur de l'aube, dieu de la vitalité, de l'espoir et des nouveaux départs. Mailiki, déesse reine de la forêt, rôdeuse suprême. Moradine, le forgeur des âmes, père des nains et père de toutes choses. Yondala, la nourricière matriarche des alphelins. Je vais pour les autres panthéons des divinités, fais voir. Il n'y a qu'un justement divinité de l'équipe et de l'ambiguïté. Alors, Kalemvor, guide suprême et seigneur des morts. Ah, je croyais que c'était Mercule. Ah non, mais Mercule c'est un dieu mort, c'est vrai. Ogma, seigneur de la connaissance et protecteur des bardes. Tempus, seigneur des batailles et de l'honneur martial. Timora, dame de la chance et sourire solaire. Et parmi les trucs des ténèbres, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Grumsh le borgne, celui qui voit, dieu des orques. Laduger, l'exilé, dieu des Dwergar. Lolt, tisseuse de la destinée, reine des araignées et des ténèbres. Talos, le seigneur des tempêtes, dieu de la fureur et de la destruction. Tiamat, reine des dragons, du chaos et de l'avarice. Char, dame de l'ombre et de l'égarement et maîtresse de la nuit. On va prier Bahamut. Putain, le seigneur. Merde, non, c'est pas ici. Bahamut, le seigneur dragon divin de la justice. Je te donne tout ce que tu veux. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Bon, tu veux quoi? Tu veux quoi? Franchement, vas-y. Dis-moi, mon frère. Dis-moi, tu veux quoi? Je te donne tout. Tout ce que tu veux, je te l'offre. Vas-y. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Attends. Le truc, c'est que dragon divin de la justice, mais je vois pas ce que je peux faire un don. Tiens, demi-pièce d'or. Ça devrait être pas mal, non? Faire plus pour trouver votre dévotion. T'es sérieux? Fais une offre en aval.